Alright guys, we are back. We are finally going to be doing a video that I have been wanting to do again for a while. So obviously what you're seeing on your screens here is my love and hate relationship with Assassin's Creed. So for a lot of you that have been following me as long as you have or new or passed through or whatever, I'm an OG Assassin's Creed fan. I love Assassin's Creed, but there's also things I hate about it, between the leadership to the decisions to the disrespect to all this stuff, right? But let me go back to the reason why I'm making this video. It's because I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from a fan's perspective, also what I want to see, and the decisions that have been made lately, and the company is not thriving like it once was. Because I remember when this game came out, I had a 360 and I was at GameStop and I saw Assassin's Creed 1, and I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. And it was like, oh, during King Arthur time type stuff. So I was like, okay, I didn't know, and I played it, and it was okay. It wasn't the best thing in the world. Then okay, here comes two, and I saw Ezio for the first time. It was in Italy, and I was like, okay, this is cool. What really drew me in was the double blades. I was like, oh, okay, so now we get two hidden blades, okay. And then it started progressing more with the modern story, right? And then we go into Ezio from the time he's born to becoming a master assassin throughout the entire story. Then here comes Brotherhood. Brotherhood was amazing. It was trying to get multiplayer in at the time because that's when it was really coming up. So I got that. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Then here comes Revelations, same thing. And I was like, okay, this is peak. This is peak Assassin's Creed, right? So here we go, and I'm like, okay, what's next? Here comes AC3. Um, that was still fun. It had its issues, but overall, I still enjoyed myself. The gameplay was amazing. The story was good, except for again, um, Connor Young Lee every time Finn would be yelling Ray from Star Wars, but overall, it was still enjoyable to a certain degree. Then probably one of my favorite games as well was of course AC4 Black Flag. This game really opened the open world for Assassin's Creed. And I played that game over and over and over and over again. Now, while bringing this up, I know we were supposed to be getting a remaster. Again, I'm a little scared on how that's going to be. I don't know if they're changing the story, what they're going to do. I don't know. Then, here comes the Battle of Battles for Rogue and Unity. Both those games, regardless of what you feel, I got an Xbox One because of Unity. I did not like Unity. I thought it was boring. I thought the characters were boring. The gameplay was crap in my opinion. There was a lot of bugs. It was horrible. So then I go to Rogue, and it just pretty much felt like a copy of Black Flag. But I still enjoyed it to a certain degree. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting, and I'm like, okay, well, what's the next Assassin's Creed gonna be? And again, throughout the years, I played the other side ones. I played the one with Adewale, which was cool. I played the one that was like, I think, Liberation Aware with the other girl that was from AC3, and then I played the other side games that came out later on through some years. Syndicate, it was good to a certain degree, but it got really weird because I think that's when they started experimenting with other supernatural esque and gods and all this other kind of stuff. And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, what are they gonna do next? And the character that Evie hooked up with in Syndicate, I can't remember his name because that's how much I cared, but that was a crap character. Then we go into Origins, and the first thing I see is in ancient Egypt, and I'm going, oh hell yeah, here we go. And it was amazing. I mean, the story was amazing. The gameplay I was not a fan of. The gameplay, I'll be honest, was not a fan of. The gameplay even now has not really that changed even now. because you go into Odyssey. Odyssey, I absolutely hated. I hated Odyssey. It had nothing to do with Assassin's Creed at all. It felt like a whole nother game. Then we go into Valhalla. People say, regardless, oh, it's not even an Assassin's Creed game. Dude, I could say the exact same damn thing about Odyssey. But regardless, you're entitled to your opinion. I enjoyed Valhalla to a certain degree because it had to do with Vikings, and I love Viking history. Obviously, if you guys don't know me well enough, because I do, but it was like, okay, it sold a lot of copies, it did well. Then we go into Mirage. I'm gonna say this again. I do not like Bassam. I do not like the character. I played the game. They're like, oh man, we're going back to OG style of Assassin's Creed. Dude, no, you're not. No, you're not. They just now brought up a DLC for it, and there's people still playing it. But it's like, dude, I'm not. I didn't even really finish the game. I just watched the cutscene so I know what would happen. That should tell you something right there. That game was trash. I don't plan on playing that game again, more than likely. Then here comes Shadows. We're finally gonna get Feudal Japan. Now, before I got the game, and yes, I own the game. I own every single Assassin's Creed game. Let me make that clear. I own it either digitally or I own it in hand, but I own them. Okay? The whole controversy of what they did behind that game, I don't agree with. I don't. They wanted to focus so much on the DEI crap that that's what cost them a lot of money. It cost them issues because of the culture of what they did with Japan. They tried putting, I think, Korean and Chinese stuff in there, which was wrong to do. They messed up on a lot of history. And again, people are going to come out and say, oh, well, not everything. Again, I already know this, but again, we already know who really Yasuke was, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Again, look up your damn history. That's all I'm going to say. But regardless, I'm playing the game right now, okay? And I'm enjoying it to a certain degree, but I'm sitting here and I'm going, y'all were making this to be the biggest Assassin's Creed game in however many years. And it doesn't even look like it. You're still doing the same thing. You're still having to upgrade your character. You're still having to slowly gain into another level. And you're still playing against characters that are not lower than you, but they're almost equally every time you go up against a character, or even when you're still under, you have about 2 to 3 levels above you when you go into another area. So, still a pain. Still not a big fan of the gameplay in this, but I'm going to get over it. I'm still going to play it. I'm still going to have a full review on this. But what is the next game going to be? We have the VR game, apparently. We're going to have something with Ezio at some point or already. And then we're going to be, they did it with Magic the Gathering for Assassin's Creed. We're getting another series or something on Netflix. We're getting supposedly another game that has to do with the Witch Trials, and they're going to be doing this. And then there was a rumor that we were supposed to be getting a slave during the Civil War. And I'm sitting here, and everybody wants to throw this card, this card, this card, this card, this card. It's like, dude, have we not done this already? We already played as Adewale, badass character. We played as Bayek, badass character. Both dark-skinned males. Then we also played as what's her name in Liberation, I believe, if that's what it was. And you're gonna get someone on here that's probably gonna say something about that. But regardless, dude, we played these characters already. Yeah, it was. It was for Evelyn. Yeah, we played as her as well for a dark skinned woman. And again, badass characters. Why can't we just? Why couldn't you guys give us what we wanted for Japan? Why couldn't you give us like either just leave Norway by herself, or like another Japanese man or something, or what you could have done, or you could have gotten that one assassin. And while I'm looking this up, you could have, in all honesty, for Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, which was, again, you should just made that an actual game instead of doing something else. But what you should have done is for Sheo, you should have just had her in this one for Shadows, because it would have made sense that maybe she was on a mission, and again, her being from China and then her going to Japan for something, and then seeing now, and then trying to kind of help start that brotherhood over there, or sisterhood or whatever, and just kind of gather allies to become assassins. And you could have done that. That would have been a game right there. And then you want to talk about, oh, we're going to be doing something to Sam West Trials, and then we want to do this, and we want to do this. People are losing their minds because they did an Attack on Titan collaboration with Shadows. I've seen it. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, okay, as much as I love Attack on Titan, was it needed? And then you want to do all these other things with Assassin's Creed. You want to put in gods, you want to put in these mythical missions and stuff like that. Again, it can be fun. I will agree on that. It can be fun at times, but again, this is Assassin's Creed. I don't know where Assassin's Creed kind of it started off so strong, and then it just kind of went up a like a ride, and it's just been going downhill so fast to where there's always something in the game, whether it be a character, a decision, the story, something that kills it. And that's where my hate comes in. We have had several books, we have had games, we've even had a movie that sucked, and it's like you guys still don't understand what the hell we want. Why? Because Ubisoft is owned by someone that doesn't care as long as they get the money. And I'm going to say that straight up. Why do you think that is? Why do you think no one gives a damn about Assassin's Creed anymore? Because we were getting a new Assassin's Creed every year. Almost every year. And then it slowed down. And then with Shadows, everybody's like, oh, damn. We screwed up. It's like, yeah, you screwed up because you've lost a lot of people. You've lost people. You've gotten them fired. They've lost their jobs because y'all were so concerned over woke crap. And y'all keep losing money. So if y'all do try for another game like you planned on, be careful what you do. Because if you don't, this franchise is going to be dead fully before while everyone is just going to give up and just go to the older games. Me personally, the last I mean before the last 4 or 5 Assassin's Creed games, the last Assassin's Creed game that I truly enjoyed every minute of was probably Black Flag. And that's sad to say. And people know this. I mean, the modern story became shit after what you did with Desmond. And then you just have this character do this, and you don't even know who the character is. And then they go in the Animus, or we don't even go into an Animus anymore. We're just, oh, hey, here you go. And then we had another character, which was in 2 to 3 games, and I don't even remember her name. That's how much I care. I used to love Assassin's Creed to where I knew everything, and then I walked away. I walked away because I got tired of feeling disappointed. I got tired of feeling like, hey, this company don't care, and that's how I feel. And until they actually do something, then I don't know. I mean, again, I'm still going to play Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm going to have a full opinion on it, and from everything. But again, I remember Assassin's Creed used to literally take the helm of games like this from a history aspect to a action aspect to a stealth aspect to a all these different things where it didn't matter if you had to go stealth. You had to, fight your way out, or whatever the case of it is. Now, if you fight your way out, there's literally nothing you can do. Back in the day, you could fight your way out. Now you can't. And again, that's my take. But guys, my love and hate relationship with Assassin's Creed is really hard to say. It is. I got a lot of love and hate relationships with a lot of different franchises, and I'm starting to think that I'm gonna be making videos about this because a lot of franchises as of right now are very bumpy, and I want to know what's happening. And some people can say, oh, well, you just don't like the evolution of it. Some people may say it's woke. Some people may say it's because of this or because of the creators, the writers, whoever, the company itself. I don't know. But again, Assassin's Creed needs to change for the better. And I don't know if I'm going to leave it like that or something. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think about this. And I'll see you as always on the next one.